Alright, I'm going to try doing quantum blinking like this again. This is just going to be a pretty quick one. This is the introduction of the main event Mafia and the Las Vegas show. So, with this show, I started out the way it actually did. I think the way they kicked off the main event Mafia was great. Had a little interview at the beginning of the show. Essentially, a lot of the card is still the same. I just made a few tweaks here and there with it. I want to cover the promos here really quick. The Mick Foley coming in, we do that pretty much the same as it was. Other stuff I would do, the Legends title thing I'd probably cut a little bit shorter, and I would, if I had to keep it the Legends title, I would, but I wouldn't mind if I could, I would have changed it to the TV title. But for the purposes of this, I do have a purpose for keeping it named the Legends title. So, okay. As far as matches go, okay, we kicked the show off with, after the main event Mafia angle, with Sheik, Abdul, Bashir defending the X Division title against Jay Lethal, and we have him go over. Pretty much, I'd keep it on Sheik, Abdul, Bashir for a while. Then we go into we have a commercial, come back. Then we have a tag team match. Because originally I was going to set up a faction between these two people. Not these. Petey Williams and Sonjay Dutt, with Vagas taking on Shark Boy and Curryman. And I'd have Curryman go over, because I'd have also, like, these two are trying to find tag team partners at the time, like the we have the storyline be, for this match specifically, these two guys are trying to find tag team partners, and they've found each other for the time being. But the tag team just doesn't work out, and they ended up not getting along. Okay, then we leave for another commercial, come back, and then we have Knockouts title match, Awesome Kong defending against Taylor Wilde. Sorry, I can't remember who was champion this time, but yeah, let's say Kong was. She was champion, and she goes over Taylor. But during the match, we have some problems with Raishia Saeed. She's interfering at the wrong time. She's causing a little bit of problems for Kong during this match, but she ends up going over. Then we go into our World Tag Team title match. 4 corners, and there's no elimination, straight up, just first pin, fall, ends the match. Now, normally I'd prefer to do these, but seeing as we got TV constraints, yeah, normally I'd do these elimination style, but no, we're going to do it 1 pinfall to a finish. I think that can be pretty exciting. I think elimination works better on pay-per-view, but if you got a limited amount of time, do that. I would insert, before this match, I would insert that Legends title segment, and I'd have that pretty short. I wouldn't have that go on too long. Probably about 10 minutes, but then I'd come back from a commercial to do this. I'd have it go back and forth. Everyone gets a little bit of time in this match, but it comes down. You have James Storm and Homicide. James Storm super kicks. Homicide down. He's down for the count. 1, 2, 3. Now you have everyone else outside the ring brawling. So it does look like these two are the only two in the ring. You have a couple of people try and get back in the ring to stop the count, but they're just a little bit short. Okay, and then we come back. We have our main event, but the main event would be the Mick Foley announcing, "Hey, I'm now the boss." But we have Sting and Kevin Nash taking on AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. We have the beginnings here of the front line, because there's going to be a front line. It's going to be a completely different set of members than what were, well, not completely, but there's going to be a few people taken out because we don't need them, and yeah, I'd have Sting kind of win the match, but I'd have him cheat to win. Maybe he hits AJ with the ball bat, or Joe even, because yeah, you want yeah, but basically he has to cheat to get the win, because he just can't. You see that both of these guys are getting beaten down, but they're not. They're using their experience, a little bit of experience edge, doing things like that, getting out of the way of certain high flying moves. Joe's emotions of losing the belt are still boiling over the top, and he's mainly focused on Nash. He's not really focused on Sting. So you do those sorts of things. You bring that. I had the commentators bring those things up, like even in a pre-match interview, beforehand, I would have Joe say, "AJ, you have Sting, but the minute Nash gets in the ring, you tag me in, because I'm going to destroy him." Blah 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 blah. Do things like that. Even bring up the previous year's Turning Point thing. Okay, so that's as far as I want to go with the Las Vegas show. I will do some stuff. I will let you know later on who is members of the front line and who isn't. I'd still do the match between Booker T and Christian Cage. I'd have Christian Cage be the first one to challenge for the Legends title. But yeah, that's the way I see it. I would bring that in the same way, just because I got the feeling that was probably in the works for a long time, and I do believe that at the time TNA did need a secondary title, because they had guys that weren't quite ready for that main event spot, but weren't X Division style, so they were kind of stuck in this middle. But yeah, so that's that. I'm going to do a couple of videos today, so they're going to be back to back. Okay guys, this is going to be the main emphasis of my angle. Is the main event Mafia are all the members who they were going to be. There's going to be some changes later on. The other thing is, I promised here I would reveal who was going to be a part of the front line. Now, straight after that Las Vegas show, we have AJ and Joe come out and say, look, we might respect these guys, but the time for them to pass the torch is now. we want our opportunities now. We're sick and tired of having these guys come down from up north and take our spots. And if there's anyone back there that wants to join us, we would like them to. And I would put over the fact that the main focus would be these guys. We'd have a couple of promos throughout the time, and I'd continue on with these rough cut segments as well, especially with this, especially with I would have a sit down interview with all the members of the Main Event Mafia and Mike Tenay. I'd have Mike Tenay go over why these guys are doing what they're doing, and yeah, especially Sting. I would have it be Sting and Kurt, the main focus of the interviews, and on the other side of the coin, I'd have Joe and AJ be the main focus. And I would even do an interview with Rhino, because Rhino would say, "Look, I was up north, and I saw the politicking. I saw these guys do what they did and shut me down too." So yeah, it would all be encompassing. Now, I think interview segments are great because you can get over a lot of stuff and really quickly if the interviewer is smart about it. Now, I really don't like the in-ring promos anymore, but I think especially for this storyline, if you need to get some information over quickly, the best way to do that is a sit-down interview, and you don't do it all in one big hit. You would do the Main Event Mafia thing, and then the next week you would have the interview with them. But straight after that, if the pay-per-view came earlier, I would straight after the pay-per-view, then I would do the interview segments with each member of the front line, mainly AJ, Joe, and Rhino, because a bit of Matt Morgan you can probably do together, and do it quickly in a backstage segment. But for this, I would put it over. But yeah, so X Division title: Sheik Abdul Bashir versus Consequences Creed versus Petey Williams versus Jay Lethal. Bashir ends up pinning Petey Williams here because we need him to continue on with his reign, and Petey's pretty much going to be on his way out soon. And yeah, TNA World Tag Team titles: Beer Money taking on the Motor City Machine Guns. Now, we build this as possibly being the last chance that the Motor City's going to have anytime soon, because they lost at the Las Vegas Super Show, or whatever it was called. But yeah, but this is billed as like their last shot, because it's 2-on-2. But Roode ends up getting the pin on Sabin, and they're like, what are we going to do now, sort of thing. Knockouts title. Now, we have Awesome Kong coming out alone. Basically, the tension between her and Saeed has reached some sort of boiling point here, and she's taking on ODB, but Saeed isn't there. And you have Mike Tenay go over on the... Now, Mike Tenay or Don West, I think it was still... Don West was still around at this time. You have them say, look, Saeed didn't show up. So we weren't able to get an interview with Kong before this match, so we don't know where Saeed is. So Kong gets the win, but Saeed comes in, jumps the guardrail, beats the heck out of Kong with a chair, because ODB took Kong to the limit, but it took a lot out of her to get the win. So that's why we built this. and even after she gets whacked with the chair a couple of times, she still comes up and it's like, what the heck is going on here? And we do an interview with her then on the next Impact, and she's going to reveal there why she did all these things, and I'll go over that in the final resolution review. Just a quick a 6-man tag here. Rhino, Abyss, Matt Morgan taking on Scott Steiner, Kevin Nash, and Kurt Angle. Again, we would touch on a lot. This is probably where I'd have a pre-match interview earlier with the main event Mafia side of this, and just before the match, I would have an interview with the babyface team frontline here, and pretty much get over why these guys are teaming up and all that, saying, yeah, we're sick and tired of not getting our opportunity and blah blah blah. We're gonna go over these guys. But I would have the main event Mafia get the win here, and I would have Rhino take the pin after Angle slams him. Have him tap out to the ankle lock here. But yeah, because it doesn't hurt to lose to Angle, because in my opinion, if you lose to the best, well, what are you gonna do? Eric Young taking on Doug Williams. Just a quick 10-minute match here to get Eric Young away from that Super Eric thing. Have him do the serious thing, like have the pyro go off and him stand there like this, sort of thing. Have him go over, get his deal over quickly. Legends title, I'd book this here in the sub-main event because you got two big stars here, Booker T and Christian Cage going head-to-head, and I wouldn't do the, if Christian loses, he's part of the main event Mafia thing, because why would you do that sort of thing? And I would have Booker T win and then do the beatdown that actually happened. I'd have him do it with the chair, and he supposedly injured Christian, so, and then world title match, Sting taking on AJ Styles. Now again, here I would have Sting go over, but you having to go to dirty tactics to win. Not have him win clean. Not have him go over. Just have him distract the ref or that. But the point is, the heel's got to go over. In this storyline, the heel's got to use dirty tactics to go over, because they so. Not under, but like Sting, to me, if he's going to go over as a heel, he's got to use dirty tactics here, because he's going up against one of the best wrestlers that, gimmick or not, he's going up against someone who is phenomenal. So or even just some sort of simple mistake, like AJ's doing some sort of high risk maneuver, his springboard 450, if he was doing that at the time, have him miss that, and Sting's able to get in the situation where he's low blows him or something, and it's like, damn, I was so close. Like, have him be like, I was so close to beating you, Sting. That title was mine, and sort of thing. I just made one mistake, and you were able to take advantage of it because you might be more experienced than me, but I am a better wrestler than you, sort of thing like that. All right, final resolution next, guys. I'm probably gonna have to do some stuff here, but yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, back again here. another one here. Here we go with final resolution. Feast or Fired. Okay. Here we go. Let me reveal who is in this Feast or Fired match. Eric Young, Curryman, Shark Boy, BG James, Kip James, Lance Rock, Scott Steiner, Jimmy Rave, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, Petey Williams, Homicide Hernandez, and Samoa Joe. Now, let's say, look, it pretty much goes the way Feast or Fired usually goes now. It's crazy with this posts with the briefcases hanging on them, which I really didn't mind Feast or Fired, because if it's at the beginning of the show, it doesn't, and it's probably the only pole match that we get at the beginning of any year. I think if you bill it like that and you do it right, it is actually pretty good, and it's a good way to, if someone's going, let them go at this time, or you need to do some sort of character change. Someone's hurt or whatever, they get in this somehow. Yeah. Okay, let me go down, and the briefcases immediately opened. They reveal what's in them. Okay, winners. And we don't make a big deal about this. We know who's got what case, and yeah, okay. We make Joe gets the world title shot. Eric Young gets the X Division title shot. Petey Williams gets the tag team title shot, and Curryman is fired. Now, I thought the way Curryman was gone in this was great. I know I put him over there at one point, but yeah, it was time for Curryman to disappear. Knockouts title match. Now, this is a title versus Burqa match. I did this because it was time for the Raishia Saeed character to disappear, and if you add, if anyone knows who's was underneath that Burqa, yeah, she should have been wrestling and been a top star. Okay, in the X Division, in the Knockouts division. Awesome Kong taking on Raishia Saeed. Now, Kong does go over here because she was really getting started again with her second run. I did plan on doing a lot with her. So, she takes on Kong. This is billed as like two friends going at it. A lot is revealed here. I would do this similar to the way the Full Killer did his rivalry between these two, and yeah, he built this as, and I'll go over what he did because I think it was such a great idea, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. You have Saeed be like, yeah, I think the way he put it was different, but basically, you have it revealed that the only reason that Saeed got in was because they did know each other, yeah, but it was because Kong feared what Saeed could do with her, and you go back even over revealing the Gail Kim thing as well, because she sees the fear in her eyes when she took on Gail Kim, and she sees that same fear when she knows that if she was standing across the ring from her, blah blah blah, sort of thing, yeah. And she is, what you saw, what she was like at lockdown. You know that, so you can go, sort of thing. So, what's going to happen when these two forces collide? Yeah, but you have Kong go over, and like the stipulation, like the only reason that Kong was going to give her a shot was if she put her Burqa on the line, and yeah, if when you have her lose and you have her grab the burqa on top of her head, you have pull it off like similar to the way that DDP revealed himself. She takes it off. She's standing there. You have her back turned to the camera. Like, it doesn't matter if everyone on the other side can see who she is, because chances are, if they know who she is, they're going to go wild. If they don't, they're going to go. You have her turn around, and she just goes nuts on Kong, who's still in the ring. She just goes nuts on her. Because the thing is that you have it. She's just unleashed a monster, and okay, okay. TNA World Tag Team Titles, Beer Money taking on Lethal Consequences. This is just I would have this be these two have just gotten together, but they go down here, but just another team to go bites the dust against. But I'd have it be competitive. I don't mind it being competitive. Okay. Now, seeing as Motor City weren't getting another shot, they thought, well, Alex Shelley hasn't won the X Division title. And Sabin's won it quite a few times, and he wouldn't mind getting another X Division title here. You have Sonjay win a few matches, so he's a contender as well. And you have Sheik Abdul Bashir having to defend, not just against both members of the Machine Guns, but Sonjay Dutt as well, who the previous week were teaming up. Sheik Abdul Bashir and Sonjay Dutt. They had a pretty good chemistry, but they went down to Motor City Machine Guns. So that leads to this being a four corners match, because you have some tension in that match because Sheik Abdul Bashir and Sonjay lost, and Sheik blames it on Dutt. Dutt blames it on Bashir. So clash, bang. And Shelly pins Dutt, so Alex Shelley is the new X Division champion. Legends title, Booker T taking on Rhino. Basically, Rhino was the next in line. He beat Scott Steiner to get this shot. But this is Rhino goes down here, but he looks good in defeat, though. I would have it be Matt Morgan and Abyss taking on Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash. I would have this go back and forth. I would have Matt Morgan and Kevin Nash in the same ring. He misses with a carbon footprint, but because he goes for it a couple of times, but then he tags in Abyss. Abyss comes in, he just goes nuts on Nash. He's just and Kurt's like, what the hell's going on here? And he jumps and he's like, what the heck? And he tries to get in the ring, carbon footprint on him. Abyss somehow gets the black hole slam on Nash. Now, if he can't do it, it's alright. I'm sure he can find some other way of getting it. 1, 2, 3. Abyss gets the win on over Nash. Okay, now we head into the world title match. Now, there was some shenanigans last time. We needed a special referee for this match. You have AJ campaign for a special referee, and Sting says, what do I care? I can beat you anytime I want. I smashed you last time, so you go ahead, you get your special referee. He picks Mick Foley. So, yeah. So Foley's the referee. But again, this is standard rules again. What happens? Sting uses shenanigans, and like at first, Foley's like, he doesn't care, but he's there because he's like, whatever. But finally, he just reneges and says, DQ. And yeah, Sting manages to retain that way. I know it sounds like, but it's like, what else could he do? And yeah. Okay. I'm probably gonna leave that there because this video is gonna be pretty long because I'm gonna combine Las Vegas Super Show.